Today I'm going to show you my top 10 free Kontakt libraries. If you'd like to download any of these libraries, then go into the description and there you can find links. Other than that, let's give all of these libraries a quick listen and then we'll look at the details and we'll see what's inside of them. Okay, before we get started, there's a couple of things I need to tell you. So if you're new to Kontakt, it's a sampler which allows you to include realistic sounding instruments inside your tracks. If you'd like to use any of these libraries that I showed you, you need the full version of Kontakt. So it won't work with Kontakt Player, you need the full version. And only the flutes that I showed you will work with Kontakt Player. And also, well, the point of this video is to prove that you don't actually need to spend lots of money to get some high quality recorded samples. There's a lot of free stuff online, and with enough time and hassle you can pretty much get really high quality samples without spending a ton of money. So let's take a look at the first instrument that we have prepared, which is this awesome acoustic guitar. It's a very realistic sounding acoustic guitar, and that is thanks to its release and fret noises. So listen to me playing a chord on this acoustic guitar, especially when I'm releasing the keys. So it's got really high quality samples, but also these release and fret noises, which really add to the character of the sound and make it sound realistic. Okay, let's move on to the flutes, because we can't do really much with the acoustic guitar. So the flute, the first flute is a Persian ney flute. It can be used to add some oriental style to your tracks, and it's the closest thing that I achieved to emulate the flute in Muramasa's track called Lotus Eater. Okay, so there's a lot of handy options, but I think the best option in my opinion here is the solo button. So if you turn it off and press some keys on your keyboard, then you can of course play more notes at once. And if you turn on the solo button, then you can do really cool stuff with it. If you're into such effects, then just switch on the solo button and you can really nail some nice solos with this instrument. And the same effects are for this Shakukachi instrument. And this instrument was used by a producer called Ikali in his remix of Jack U's track called Mind. And Actually, I think what he's doing on this instrument is he's adding a tremolo effect on it. So you can achieve it by adding an autopan effect onto your instrument and turning the phase to 0% and tweaking the amount and rate. Let's proceed on to this cool Amore grand piano. So this piano has a really nice velocity response menu, which basically what it does is it controls how much of the velocity of your playing is affecting the velocity of the actual instrument. So this line that I'm showing you with my mouse, imagine this is your playing velocity. So the harder you press a note on your keyboard, the higher you are on this scale. And you can adjust the volumes for those velocities by really drawing here with your mouse. And you can achieve some really nice effects. If you'd like some like a quieter piano, then you'd probably draw such a curve. And if you really like a loud piano, then of course you can go higher. It's a really handy option that not many grand pianos have. It also has support for a sustain pedal. So if you're a classical player or really a piano player, then that comes in handy if you like to use the sustain pedal. Okay, let's take a look at this soft grand piano. So this soft grand piano has a really nice tone, I think, but it's got a little bit of background noise if you're playing louder notes. So just bear that in mind and don't go crazy with the loudness on this instrument. But it can be nice for intros or outros or really some quieter parts and more intimate parts in your tracks. You can't really do much with it other than the envelopes, reverb and EQ, but what I can show you is a list from where I found this. So this is the list by Big Cat Instruments on their blog, and it's got really, I think, hundreds of free instruments that you can go through and find some gems. This is one of my favorites, but if you find any nice ones, let me know in the comments, because it's really a gold mine. So the next instrument is the Street Bumper E-piano. Very nice instrument. It's got a lot of effects. So tremolo, this is the same effect that we achieved with the autopan. A really nice effect. Some cool effects like phaser, reverb, chorus, delay, but the coolest effect in my opinion is this amp. And you can achieve a really nice retro sound with this amp section. So the next instrument is this Skerratt London piano, which is an upright piano. And you can't really do much with this as well. It's also from the list from Big Cat Instruments, but it's got a great sound. The quality of the samples is amazing. The same for the Vibraphone that we have here. It might require a little bit of panning work because I hear the right channel is a little bit louder than the left channel, but in general it's got really high quality samples. It's got a little bit more gritty character, but I still think it's useful for some tracks. So this concert harp has also really high quality samples, and there's not much you can do with this, but hey, it's free. So the last thing will be this nice melodic choir. So you probably noticed that it changes from male voices to female voices when we move up the scale. So if we play higher notes, of course it plays female voices and really nice male basses. And what you can tweak here is the release knob, because it has really ridiculously long samples if you don't change it. But okay, I hope you found this video useful. If you have any really cool Kontakt libraries of yours, let us know in the comments and we can exchange our knowledge on these libraries. Other than that, thank you for watching and see you in the next videos.